It was November, the first week in November in 2008. I don't know exactly the date, but it was the first week in November. And we were walking down the beach here at in Harbor Island, the beach here in Harbor Island, Dunmore Town. And we saw, so we were just walking down the beach. It's a beautiful day, nice pink sand beaches, blue-green water. It's gorgeous. And Lori is somewhat of a trash nut. I call her my greenie weenie. And she, so we were walking, and there just happened to be a bottle was floating in the surf, just right there at the beach, at the beach line.
Dark red wine bottle.
And she started to bitch about who sent, how can they possibly trash this beautiful beach, litter this beach. So naturally she runs ahead to go get the bottle. And as she was running ahead, I yelled out at her and said, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny if there was a message in the bottle?"
And at that point, I sped up because I'm like, wow, that would be so cool. And I noticed there was a cork in it when I got up on it, and there was a message in it. And so I said, "Dawn, there really is a message in this bottle." Needless to say, we turned around and headed back as quickly as we could to the cottage. We actually ran into a lady that was walking on the beach and told her about it.
Yeah, we did.
And she was really excited. So anyway, then the whole, thing became, how are we going to open the bottle? Because we had nothing. We were renting a beach house. We had no tools or anything. And didn't you do it with a rock or something?
Yeah, so we were staying down here at Briland's cottage, the little bitty one-room cottage down here.
Love Shack.
So we got the cork out, but there was enough moisture in it that the note inside it was scrolled up, but it was wet, and there was no way to get it out.
But it wasn't like real wet, it was just damp. The
just,
cork was still intact.
Yeah, the cork was still somewhat intact.
And there were barnacles all over the bottle. Like it had been in the water for a long time.
So anyway, so I took it outside and found like a rock and really just kind of try to break the neck off. And then we broke the neck off the bottle, and then we got the net out, and like I said, and we really carefully unfurled it.
And let it dry.
Well, we put it in the microwave.
I forgot that.
So we tried to get it to dry. So I put it in the microwave and zapped it, and it dried. And the handwriting on it, a lot of it had already kind of started to fade because of the water, but we could make out enough of it. And then
it was a handwritten, it was actually a printed out sheet
like
from a tall sailing ship that you just filled out if you threw a bottle in. So it wasn't like a completely handwritten message.
So you filled out.
But you could tell what the sailing ship company was. So, but we didn't have internet at the time, but we had a computer. So we went to Juanita's at Tingham Village.
Yeah, and it also had longitude and latitude on it.
Yeah.
They've written down on it, and come to find out, it was the longitude and latitude. We looked that up, and that was the Canary Islands. And so we went down to Tingham Village there, and they had internet. And then we got online and looked, and you could see the name of the sailing ship. So we went and looked up the name of the ship, and then that told the name of the company that owned it, and so on and so forth. So we ended up emailing that night the ship's company, and I think that was a weekend night. And then the following, I believe it was like the following Monday, when they got back to their office, we got a response back from somebody in the office who told us a little bit about it, but had forwarded the message then on to the person that actually had sent it.
Because we could see his name, we could make his name out well enough. He was German, and he had his home address, and he'd thrown it in the water in 2004, and we found it in 2008.
Yeah.
So we actually corresponded with the actual person that threw it in the water, and eventually he shared a photo of when he had thrown it in the water off the tall ship in 2004, and we shared a photo with him of where we found it on the beach, which was down by Coral Sands. So
we showed him where it was, and we exchanged that back and forth. And the irony was that he actually was headed off again to go back on that ship to do that same
Because
crazy
he
thing.
was the medical doctor on the ship.
Oh.
That was his function. He actually was paid to be on the ship. But we didn't keep the top half of the bottle, but we kept the cork in the bottom half, and it's intact from the neck on down.
And where is it now?
Gorgeous. It's sitting in one of our backlit cabinets at home.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Barnacles and everything.
So this is an interview with Lori and Dawn Traweek from Houston, Texas, sharing a memory of Harbor Island for our Briland Memory Vault. Wave and say hi, people.
Hi.
And thank you guys.
Bye.